Did you know there's a Paris in Texas, a Cairo in Illinois, and even a Rome in New York? Yep, America is packed with cities that share names with places thousands of miles away. But here's the weird part. Most of them have nothing in common with their international namesakes. So, why did Americans start naming towns after faraway countries in the first place? At first glance, it seems like a copycat move. Like, was it just flattery? Nostalgia? Or were 1800s town founders just really bad at coming up with new names? Turns out, these names carry way more history and a bit of strange humor than you might think. Some were born out of hope. Others, out of sarcasm, broken dreams, or just straight-up marketing schemes. Let's travel back to a time when the US was still figuring itself out and decided to borrow some global flair. Back in the 18th and 19th centuries, the US was expanding fast. New territories meant new towns, and new towns needed names. For many settlers, naming a town Vienna or Madrid was a way to bring a piece of home with them. Immigrants, especially Europeans, often chose familiar names as a tribute to the places they'd left behind. But then it got weird. Some places were named after foreign cities simply because it sounded cool. Think Athens, Georgia, home to a massive university named after the Greek capital of philosophy and learning. Even if the founders had never been to Greece, the name gave the town a sense of identity and status. Other times, the name was a sales pitch. Land speculators, basically the real estate flippers of the 1800s, would name towns after exotic places to attract buyers. Why settle in Hicksville when you could live in Cairo, Illinois? And sometimes it was straight-up irony. Take Paris, Texas, which was named during a rivalry with another town. Locals wanted to one-up their neighbors with a fancy name, and Paris did the trick. To this day, they've got a mini Eiffel Tower, topped with a cowboy hat. Then there's Bagdad, Arizona, named not for its Middle Eastern roots, but reportedly after a miner made a sarcastic comment comparing the dry desert to Baghdad. The name stuck. No one questioned it. In some cases, towns adopted foreign names to express solidarity. Palestine, Texas, was named by a settler who wanted to honor the biblical land of Palestine. Berlin, Wisconsin kept its name even through 2 world wars, though many other Berlins in America quietly changed theirs to avoid bad PR. And then there's Lima, Ohio, which locals pronounce Lima, not Lima. The name? Inspired by Lima, Peru. The pronunciation? Pure American remix. Today, these names are part of the odd patchwork that makes up the American identity. They're a reminder that the US is a nation of borrowed dreams, stitched together by immigrants, adventurers, marketers, and jokers. And they raise a bigger question. What does it really mean to name a place? Is it about heritage, aspiration, or just vibes? In a way, every Paris, Cairo, and Rome in America reflects how people once saw the world and their place in it. Fun fact, there are more cities named Paris in the US than in France. In fact, there are over 20 Paris scattered across America. So technically, you could do a Paris world tour without ever leaving the country. And no passport needed. If you love weird slices of American history like this, hit that subscribe button. We're uncovering the hidden stories behind the names, places, and people that shaped the US. You don't want to miss it.